Hi, in this lecture we are going to see about some more examples. Second example what we are going to discuss now was we are going to read three values from the user: the name of the user, registration number, and the program in which the student has registered. This is about student details. Okay, so the program in which the student has registered, and we are going to print the details, one detail in a line, and in this format. I want to print the name, I want some colon here, and I want some space here. Actually, when I was typing this, I have used a tab character. So basically I want a tab character between the label. We can say that this is the label. What is name is label, registration number is label, right? I want some gap between the label and the value that is getting printed. So we will do this in Python. So once again I am opening my IDLE. So the first thing is name. I am reading the name from the user, and then I am going to read the registration number, and then I am going to read the program in which the student has registered. So I can save it, and then now I am going to execute. Press F5 for execution. So name, it is asking Janaki, some registration number, so I can say like 1290, like some registration number, and the program I am just going to say as NC, right? So I have got the input. Now I want to print it. When I am going to print it, I want to print this way. That is, I want to print name. We will have a capital letter, and then I want to have a tab character after that. Then I have to use \t. So already I have mentioned in the previous demo itself that you can use either single quotes or double quotes for string constants. But the point here is, if you are using a double quotes to start the string, then you should finish it by double quotes. If you are starting a single quotes, then you should finish by a single quotes. Otherwise you will get error, right? And now I am going to say name. So name is in the variable name, right? In the next line I am going to print the registration number. So I can say like registration number, and then I have to say tab, and then registration number, and then I am going to print programmers, or some programmers \t, and then I will say yes. So now I can execute the code. Now I can say the values, then this one. Now we can see that there is a gap, okay, because tab character is there hidden, right? So there is a lot of gap between the label. These are all the labels: name, registration number, program. These are all the labels. These are all the corresponding values, but there is a tab character between the label and the value whichever is getting printed, right? And next demo what we will see is how to read now two integer values and add them, and also we will see an example for converting into a binary value. That's what we are going to see next. Okay, so we will close this program, and so I want to read two numbers. So two numbers, let them be like num1. When I use input, it will be read as only string. Okay, so to demonstrate that, I will just use as such input 1, input, and for reading the number 1, and then again I am using input for reading the number 2. Now what I am saying is sum, or I can say like sum1. Okay, sum1 is equal to num1 plus num2. If I say like this, and I am going to print sum1. If I say print someone. Now if I am going to execute this program, let me give the first number as 2, second number as 3. You will see that because both are strings, so when I use a plus operator between the strings, it is just doing concatenation. So 2 and 3, now it has concatenated and put it as 23, right? This is not what I want, right? I want it to be integer. So what we have to do is we have to typecast the value read by the input function. The input function by default reads as a string. So what we are doing is we are explicitly converting that to an integer by typecasting it. So just go before it and you have to say int of, right? Int of input. So whatever value got by the input function will go as the argument for input function and it will be converted to a integer. Now if I am going to execute this, if I am giving 2 and 3, now we will see the output as 5, right? So now they are properly converted to integer and addition is being done. This is how you have to do. And here also when you are working with integer also, you can say like some interactive messages you can include. Enter number 1 and I can say enter number 2, right? So now if I execute, you will see the interactive message is coming. Just I am entering 12, 23. The result is going to be 35. And one more thing I want to show here is you can also convert to binary values or octal values or hexa values. That is also possible. So let me comment this code, right? So to comment, I am using multi-line comment option of giving triple quotes. So I am just using triple quotes both the places, and then now I am going to read a binary value, right? So I am giving bin value is equal to, now I know how to read an integer, right? So first of all we will write for reading an integer. When you are reading an integer, by default it is stored only as decimal value to the base 10. That is what is generally followed. Now you want to convert to binary, means you have to use the bin function, right? So bin of, if I say bin of int of input, so input will read it as a string. The int function will convert that to a integer to the base 10 decimal value, and now the bin function will convert the decimal value to a binary value. Now I can print the binary value and see. So now if I execute, like I can say 12, the binary value of 12 is 1100. I can give any big values, right? And I can check the code. Like I am going to now give 1, 2, 6, 7, 3, whatever value I want I can give. I will get the corresponding binary representation, and also you can see that when it is getting printed, 0b is added as prefix to denote that it is a binary value, right? So if 0b is at the prefix, then you can understand that it is a binary value. Similarly, you can convert to octal, hexa and so on. If you want to convert to octal, then you have to say OCT, oct. Instead of bin, you have to say oct. Similarly for hexa, you have to say hex. Now I am going to execute the code, and I am going to say 12. So it is saying the corresponding octal value 0O14. And one more thing that you can know and easily use in Python is, in this ideally specific, when you are executing the code, if you want to use the same input as the previous execution, then you can click here and you can use it. For example, now I have executed the code. Now I want to use this input, means you can click here and you can press enter, then the same input will be taken. This is one shortcut and easy method that you can know when you are working with IDLE of Python. And the next program what we will be seeing is, you are going to read two integer values and divide them, and you are going to print it in a more formatted way. That's what is going to be the next task that we are going to do, right? So here I am going to read two numbers as usual. So I am uncommenting this code, right? Two numbers are read, and you are going to divide it. So how we will divide is by using this operation slash, as in other programming languages. I didn't actually change the variable name for simplicity now. Now I am going to print the result, right? That is in sum1. So if I am going to execute this code, for example, I am saying 7 is the first number, 3 is the second number, then you see how big it is. It is so precise, right? So many decimal places are there. So I can also add single line comments like this to denote something like this, right? Single line comment, or this hash can be used as a partial comment also, okay? Numerator, denominator. Here I am doing a division, okay, to denote this, right? So you can see that it is so precise, so many decimal places are coming, and if you feel like it is very difficult to manage and you want to print only few decimal places, then what you can do is you can just say print and quotes, then percentage. I am going to say 5.2f. What I mean by 5.2f is totally there will be 5 places, out of which I want only 2 decimal places, right? And then I will say then percentage sum1, let me say like this, okay? So yeah, so 7 3. Can you see understand the code? I want 5 places, out of which 2 decimal places are going to be there. This is how we will write percentage 5.2f, finish the quotes, and immediately put a percentage and the variable name which you want to print, okay? So now I want to print the value of sum1. So when we look at it, it is printing like this, only 2 decimal places are printed. One more thing that you should notice is there is a space before it, because we have told totally 5 places and 4 things are there, 2.334. Always it will right align to the things. So now we will just change this to 15. So I am going to have 15 spaces totally and 2 decimal places, okay? So when you look at the value, now I am going to give the next value 7 and 3. Again we will give the same thing, right? So can you see a lot of spaces here, okay? And I want only 2 decimal places, right? And there are 4 characters that are getting printed, 2.33, okay? Remaining there is a lot of space, and generally the value will be right aligned. One more thing that you should know is it is just going to do a round off. What do I mean by round off is, now I am going to show you an example. Here I am going to say like 7.13 5 6 7 8 9 10 something like this, okay? I am going to comment the code whichever is already there, okay? Easiness. Now we will consider only these 2 lines. Sum1 is equal to 7.1356 some value, and I want to print only 2 decimal places. So 2 decimal places means these 2 only should come, but always whenever we want to shrink the value, what Python does is, particularly when you are going to do like this, it does a rounding off. So you are asking only for 2 decimal places, so it looks at the 3rd decimal place and find out whether it has to round off the 2nd one or not. Since it is 5 and above, now it is 5, if it is 5 and above, then it is going to round off. Now we will see it is getting printed 7.14. yeah, you can see that now it is printing 7.14. Why? Because you have asked for 2 decimal places and the 3rd one is 5, so it is basically rounding off the values. That is how Python works when you are going to do this kind of formatting, right? So we will discuss about, these are all the few simple concepts that you must know now, and we will further know about operators and then precedence of the operators and how they will be useful for problem solving, everything in the forthcoming lectures. For now this will be sufficient, and install Python and start working. Have a good day. Thank you.